Why are we suddenly talking about Nokia again? Remember Nokia? Of course you do. For a certain generation, that name is pure magic. A phone you could drop from a building, then play Snake on. It was the king of mobile, a cultural phenomenon, and everyone's first phone. But here's the thing. The story didn't end when they stopped being the coolest phone in your pocket. Lately, Nokia's name is popping up in serious tech conversations, not just retro nostalgia. Is Nokia mounting a comeback? The stock's moving and they're signing major deals. While we obsessed over iPhones, Nokia quietly rebuilt, shifting from making phones to building the networks powering our devices. Now the big question, is Nokia a sleeping giant ready to compete in 5G, 6G and AI, or just a shadow of its former self? Let's break down the glory days, the fall, and the new Nokia's bold climb back. In the late 90s and early 2000s, Nokia was the Michael Jordan of mobile tech. Their market share was massive. Nearly 1 out of every 2 phones sold worldwide was a Nokia. They made phones for everyone, executives, teens, even your grandma. Their phones were legendary for durability. Memes about indestructible Nokias aren't far off. Nokia's success powered Finland's economy and inspired global trust. But champions don't reign forever. While perfecting their formula, Nokia missed the signs that the game was changing. Their dominance bred complacency. As they sat atop the world, a new challenger was about to rewrite the rules. The heavyweight champ was about to face a fight no one saw coming, and it would change everything. In 2007, Apple unveiled the iPhone, a pocket computer with a touchscreen and the App Store. Nokia's execs dismissed it as a niche, expensive gadget. But the iPhone changed what people wanted, not just calls and texts, but internet, apps, and a digital life. Nokia focused on hardware, but the real battle was software and ecosystems. Their Symbian OS was outdated, and developers flocked to iOS and Android. Without apps, customers left. With fewer users, developers left too. Nokia tried to pivot, partnering with Microsoft for Windows Phone, but it was too late. The Lumia phones had great hardware, but the ecosystem never caught up. In 2014, Nokia sold its phone business to Microsoft. The king was dethroned. The Nokia name vanished from phones. The mobile world had moved on. But Nokia's story wasn't over. After selling its phone business, Nokia reinvented itself. Today, it's a business-to-business powerhouse, building the networks that connect our devices. They supply telecom giants like Verizon and Vodafone with 5G infrastructure. It's not just hardware. Nokia now focuses on software, AI, and automation to make networks smarter and more efficient. Their secret weapon? Nokia Bell Labs, a legendary R&D hub behind inventions like the transistor and laser. Bell Labs is now driving Nokia's innovation, already researching 6G, while the world adapts to 5G. Nokia's playing the long game, betting on foundational tech for the next digital era. They're not making the phones anymore. They're building the invisible backbone of our connected world. It's a quieter role, but potentially far more powerful. The company is all in on the future of connectivity. The question is, can this new Nokia win in a fiercely competitive landscape? That's what we'll explore next. The comeback is underway. Think of Nokia as a legendary athlete making a comeback. Once the champ, they suffered a knockout and disappeared from the spotlight. But instead of retiring, they trained, reinvented themselves, and focused on new strengths. Now, Nokia's back in the ring. Not as a flashy star, but as a strategic, disciplined contender in network infrastructure. They're winning contracts, showing off AI-powered solutions, and the industry is taking notice. The big question, can they climb the ranks and challenge today's tech giants like Ericsson and Huawei? Comebacks are never guaranteed. Nokia faces huge challenges, formidable rivals, scars from past defeats, and a rapidly evolving industry. But they have experience, knowledge, and determination. The next few rounds will decide if this comeback story has a happy ending. The world is watching. Nokia is not the same fighter, but maybe, just maybe, it's a smarter one. The fight is on. A comeback needs real wins, not just hype. Nokia's stock has shown positive momentum, reflecting growing investor confidence. They've landed major 5G contracts with top telecom operators across Europe, North America, and Asia. Each deal is a round one, proving Nokia can still compete at the highest level. They're also expanding into private wireless networks for industries like factories and ports, a huge growth area. Recent deals like building a private 5G network for a major car manufacturer show this strategy is working. Diversification reduces their reliance on telecom cycles. Bell Labs continues to innovate, setting records in network speed and efficiency. Nokia's vast patent portfolio brings in steady high-margin revenue from licensing. These are tangible signs that Nokia's turnaround is more than just a story. The foundation for a real comeback is being built, but challenges remain. No comeback is easy. Nokia faces serious obstacles. Competition is fierce, especially from Ericsson and the controversial Huawei. Every contract is a battle, and pricing and innovation matter more than ever. Geopolitical tensions around Huawei create both opportunities and risks for Nokia. Financial performance has been inconsistent with slow revenue growth and dependence on telecom spending cycles. The market is cyclical. Big investments in 5G can be followed by years of flat spending. Supply chain disruptions, from chip shortages to global conflicts, can hit hard. Any hiccup can hurt revenue and reputation. Investors want to see consistent, profitable growth, not just survival. These are the real-world risks Nokia must overcome to reclaim greatness. The path forward is anything but certain. So, should you invest in Nokia? First, do your own research. This isn't financial advice. Dig into their earnings, financials, and fundamentals before making any decisions. Think long-term. Nokia's transformation is a multi-year journey, not a quick win. If you're not patient, this isn't the stock for you. Diversify. Never bet everything on one company, no matter how compelling the story. Spread your investments across sectors and regions to protect yourself. Ultimately, it comes down to your risk tolerance and belief in Nokia's future. Do you trust their leadership in tech edge and AI and 6G? Are you comfortable with the risks of fierce competition and a cyclical market? Only you can decide if this comeback athlete deserves a spot in your portfolio. We've seen Nokia's rise, fall, and reinvention. They're no longer making the phones in your pocket. They're building the networks powering our digital lives. They're fighting in 5G, innovating with AI, and already working on 6G. But the final bell hasn't rung. Greatness now means leading in telecom tech, being a trusted partner, and delivering long-term value. The path is narrow and full of challenges. Flawless execution and innovation are essential. Nokia could stage a remarkable comeback, or settle as a middle-of-the-pack contender. The outcome is uncertain, and that's what makes this story compelling. The comeback athlete is in the ring, and the world is watching. What do you think? Is Nokia a reborn champion or a legacy brand whose best days are behind it? Share your take in the comments below.